Good afternoon, class. Mr. Delpha here with another episode of the Star Power Hour. Today, we'll be discussing a poetic form called haiku. We will also be talking about a local collaboration of poets and artists called the Syracuse Poster Project. The project is an expression of how creativity enriches a community. And haiku, at its core, is also about community, which we will dive into. So, let's continue, and without further ado, let me know that you're ready. Ribbit. Great. Let's get started. Haiku originated with the poets of Japan, who have practiced it for hundreds of years. The three-line poem, haiku, emerged from a kind of chain poem popular in the 16th century. Before haiku was the poetic form known as waka, consisting of 5 lines of 5, 7, 5, 7, 7 syllables. As waka became popular, poets enjoyed collaborating on linked wakas, which were called rengas. One poet would write 3 opening lines. 1, 2, 3. The next would write 2 more. And yet another would write 3 more lines, and so on. Eventually, the individual parts of the renga took on their own appeal. The form that became the haiku was created from the first part of a waka, the 5, 7, 5. And it made a virtue in itself in that it was seemingly incomplete, leaving the reader to finish the poem in their mind. Now that we know the history of haiku, let us talk about community. By definition, community is a unified body of individuals. So, a community can be both large and small, built off of commonality, the things we share. We have communities of artists, scientists, writers, athletes. Our school is a community, and where we live is. We are a part of communities, even if we didn't choose them. We can also create our own. A community is like a renga poem, a continuous chain built off of individual parts. And each person is a haiku, beautiful and poetic in their own way. When 2 people work together, they are like a waka poem. They complement each other to create a bigger chain of poetry. And when a waka becomes a renga, a boundless chain of community is established. This is how we create community, and this is what community looks like. Now, let us create a haiku. For your inspiration, I think it'll be easier for you to look around the place you are in, whether a room of any kind, outside, or even in a car. Wherever you are, write about something around you. I am choosing my window. First, I describe it. The smudges, the depth and material, in 5 syllables. Next, I give thanks to the window, the inanimate object, always giving and deserving of gratitude. And since it's the second line, I'm doing this in 7 syllables. Lastly, in 5 syllables, to close, I emphasize something the window provides: light. Haiku challenges you to capture the essence of an experience in very few words. Use grammar, like hyphens and colons, to substitute for prepositions and conjunctions. Avoid unneeded words. For instance, poems don't need the word Syracuse. It is understood that these poems arise from Syracuse, or the name of your city or town you are writing about. As you can see, I'm turning the haiku into a poster. I'm taking the topic of the poem and creating art based on it. This is the same type of poster in the Syracuse poster project. Your art does not have to be perfect. As long as it represents your poem in any form, that is okay. If you'd like, you can ink your lines and erase your pencils, and then go back in and color. The Syracuse Poster Project, founded in 2001, brings together community poets and artists to create an annual series of illustrated poetry posters. Poets submit haikus about downtown Syracuse, the city at large, or the nearby countryside. Both the poet and the artist inspire each other. Whether the artist is creating based on the poem or the poet is writing based on the art, they become one in their collaboration. Like a dance of two creative bodies, the poster is the result of that performance. You can see them on display downtown in the poster panels of Salina and Warren Streets. They remain on display for 1 year. Hoo-wee! Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed learning about haiku and the Syracuse Poster Project. Now, if you do end up making a haiku or turning it into a poster, I'd love for you to post it in the comment section below. Seriously. Post me some of your work. Until next time, have a great day.